Okay, hello students. So now we are going to start chapter 8, how do organisms reproduce? And students, you have done chapter 6, life processes. In that you have studied all the life processes right from the digestive system, respiratory system, circulatory system, reproductive system as well. So, like all other systems are very essential. They work in coordination with each other to maintain, to sustain the life of an organism, means for the metabolism of the body, for all the physiological functions of the body. But reproduction is not necessary to maintain the life of an individual. So, why reproduction? Here, how do organisms reproduce? This is the name of the chapter, and we will study in this chapter methods of reproduction, right? Asexual and sexual reproduction. Although reproduction in human beings topic is given in the books, but that is not now in your syllabus. After the completion of the syllabus, if time will be, then we will complete that also. But other systems, other methods, main content we will study, which is included in our this syllabus. So, first of all, question arises, why reproduction? So, like the individuals of a species, particular group of individuals of a species, they look similar. Okay, for example, species A. All they look similar. They all are sharing the common body features, main body design. And on the other hand, organisms of other species, for example here B, they are all having basic body design and sharing the common features. Although individuals are different also. Here also individuals will be different. So if there is no reproduction, then species that cannot be maintained. Particular existence of the species will not be. Okay. So reproduction is essential for the continuation of the species. So that's why reproduction. Now, why basic body design among all, and why some minor differences between the individuals of the species? This question. So why basic design? That is because of the genetic material. You know that genetic material is DNA that is present in the nucleus of the cell in the form of chromosomes. And this genetic material is responsible for carrying all the genetic information, or we can say the hereditary information. Okay. So when organisms reproduce, then before reproduction their cells divide. Okay, cells divide, and that DNA content also. For example, this is the DNA, and if two cells are formed from the single cell, then this DNA, it will be equally distributed into the two cells, right? So if we talk about the reproduction now here, then in case of the sexual reproduction, cells will divide, means the male germ cells will divide, then they will form the sperms, and female germ cells, when they will divide, they will form the ova. So it means they will form the gametes, here female gametes will be formed. In this way, when male and female gamete fuse, then this genetic material, it will be combined also, and this division you will study in higher classes, the method, which type of division will be equational or reductional. It will be, you study this in the higher classes. Okay, as here number will be half, reductional division will be after the combination of these two, again number is restored. So means prior to the reproduction, first of all, genetic material, it should be equally divisible. And this is responsible for the basic blueprint of the body. The genetic material is carrying the all information. Now, this is because of this, all the organisms, they are sharing the species, they are sharing basic body design. But why two individuals of the same species? Okay, why they are different? Why their morphological features are different? Their genetic differences are also there. Physiological functions are also different there. Why? Because when DNA means form its two copies by the cell division, then there are minor differences will be there. Okay, minor differences will be there, and they are because of several factors. Environmental can be, physiological can be, so many factors will be responsible. So minor changes will be here, and these changes, they are called, means complete accuracy of DNA to DNA formation will not be. So because of this inaccuracy, there will be the differences, and that is called the variations. Okay, so variations arise due to changes in the DNA sequences. Okay, and these variations, these changes, they will be inheritable. They will pass from one generation to another generation. So the basic event in reproduction is the creation of the, first of all, basic event, that is the creation of the DNA copy. And cells use the chemical reactions to build up copies of their DNA. This creates two copies of DNA in reproducing cells. I discussed with you in brief that cell division will be there. However, one copy of the DNA in the original cell and simply pushing the other one out would not work. Means because the copy that is formed from the parent copy, that will be having some changes. Variations will be there. So means the DNA copying is not always fully accurate. There are the variations. So the inbuilt tendency of variation during reproduction. Okay, that is variation during the reproduction that form the basis of evolution. What is evolution? Like the commonly you know that human beings, they have evolved from the monkeys. Means there will be minor changes generation after generation. Then there is evolution from monkeys to human being, and that is because of the variations, right? So this inbuilt tendency for variation during reproduction is the basis for evolution, as well as for the survival of the species also. Sometimes the changes, variations are positive changes, and sometimes they are negative. If positive variations are there, they help the organism to survive according to the environment. Right? Now, importance of variation means simply we can take here importance of variation. What is the importance of variation? Now, this maintenance of body design, because of the replication, because of the copying of DNA, is essential for the maintenance of that particular species, and variations are also important. Why? First of all, variations, you should know that they can be of two types: positive variations and negative variations. Positive variations are those which help the organisms to survive according to the environment. They help them, organisms, to adapt according to environment. And negative variations, they are not cooperating the organism to adjust according to the environment. They can even be lethal. Lethal, we can say the death causing. For example, if we have let me take simple example. If we have the two different types of bacteria, right? two different types of bacteria are there, and some bacteria they are having, means they are the simple normal bacteria which cannot tolerate the high temperature, and A type, and these are the temperature resistant. Okay, they are the temperature resistant bacteria. They can tolerate the high temperature, extreme high temperature. We know that simply by boiling water we can kill the bacteria. Means this type of tendency to tolerate the temperature is not in their DNA. But if there is some change in some of the organisms of bacteria, some of the bacteria, that they can tolerate the high temperature, then what will be the advantage? Then what if suddenly the temperature of the environment rises? Temperature of the environment if suddenly rises, then they will not adjust according to environment in high temperature, so they will die. But such type of bacteria which are temperature resistant, they can survive there better, and they can maintain their race, they can maintain their species. They will divide one after the other, and in this way the species can be maintained. Means because they are having the positive variation in them. That positive variation is temperature resistance. Okay, so variations are also very important, and they are responsible for the changes, morphological changes, physiological changes, and genetic changes in the organisms. Now our main topic is the methods of reproduction, and first we will take the modes of reproduction used by single-celled organisms. Okay, single-celled organisms. So here we will discuss the various topics, various methods, like the fission, and fission it will be of two types: binary fission, multiple fission, fragmentation, regeneration, vegetative propagation, and budding. All these methods we will discuss here. So first I will take the first method, that is the fission. All these methods, all these modes are used by single-celled organisms. So fission, again it is of two types. One is called the binary fission and one is called the multiple fission. In binary fission, for example, this is the single cell. It will divide into two. Okay, for example, let me take later, but basic concept you should understand. And in case of the multiple fission, single cell will produce many copies within the cell. Later on, these individual cells will detach and they will be released. Means one cell is responsible for producing the multiple copies. That is the multiple fission. Now let me understand it clearly. First, I will take the binary fission. Binary fission, we will take the common example of the amoeba. Right? Common method of this fission. This is adopted by the amoeba. So here what happens? Here simply the cell divides into two equal halves during the cell division, splitting of the cells. Like this cell, it will start like this, elongating like this, and this constriction will deepen step by step, and nucleus also it will start dividing, and gradually what will happen? Immediately this single amoeba, it will divide into two. Here nucleus will also divide, right? And this wall, it will deepen here, constriction, and two cells they will be released. This is the binary fission. Single cell, it will give rise to the two cells. So many bacteria and protozoans, right? They split into two equal halves during cell division. In amoeba, the splitting of these two cells during division can take place in any plane, right? In this plane, in like this, but two equal halves should be there. Then comes the multiple fission. Students, you should know here what is binary fission. Name example can be asked name the organism where this method is of mode of reproduction is followed, right? And diagrammatic representation also you should do the practice. Then comes the multiple fission. Multiple fission, we will take the example of the multiple fission, right? In multiple fission, what happened? Common example is the first of all Plasmodium. And you know what is Plasmodium? Plasmodium is the malarial parasite. Malarial parasite. Okay. Maximum students know that malaria is caused by female Anopheles mosquito. But that is not true. Female Anopheles mosquito is simply a vector and causative organism is this protozoan, that is the Plasmodium. Okay, so it divides into the many daughter cells by the multiple fission. Like for example, this is the single cell. So what will happen? Nucleus will start dividing here in this way. After this, two nuclei will be formed. Again, these two will divide into other two. So in this way, many copies will be formed within the cell. And later on, all these, for example, these are the multiple nuclei. And after there will be common wall, separate wall, will be there in this way. And when complete wall will be formed around the single nucleus, gradually the common wall, it will dissolve, it will disintegrate, and all these individual cells, they will be released. That is the multiple fission. Okay, so here in NCERT, examples are also given, some examples, causative organisms also. Like here is written, some unicellular organisms show somewhat more organization of their bodies. Leishmania. Leishmania is the causative organism of the Leishmania is the causative organism of the Kala Azar. Okay. Sometimes MCQs, one word question they can be asked. Causative agents. So Plasmodium is responsible for malaria and Leishmania is responsible for Kala Azar. Like they have the whip-like the structure and the one flagellum on the one end of the body, like this. This is the structure of the Leishmania. So such organisms binary fission occurs in a definite orientation in relation to these structures. Okay, and malarial parasite. So this is example of the binary fission, like we have discussed in the amoeba. Leishmania also divided by the binary fission, but this protozoan, that is Plasmodium, divides by the multiple fission. So this is about this fission mode of reproduction used by single celled organism.